Hello, YouTube, and welcome to The Real Siberius. On this episode, I wanted to talk about Michael Jordan. I can't believe I've posted 41 videos on my channel, and I've yet to make a video about Michael Jordan. Funny thing about Michael Jordan, he's not even my favorite player. I don't even think he's probably my third favorite player. Dennis Rodman is my first favorite player. Larry Bird is my second favorite player. Michael Jordan, my third favorite player. Is Michael Jordan my GOAT? Without question, unequivocally, there is no debate. I don't think there's anybody that's even a close second. As much as I like Kobe and consider Kobe my number two all time, I think there's a huge gap between Kobe and Jordan. On the screen here, you see a lot of his accolades. He's in the Hall of Fame, 14-time All-Star, 3-time Steel Champ, 11-time All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, 3-time All-Star MVP, 5-time NBA MVP, All 75th Anniversary Team, 10-time Scoring Champ, 6-time NBA Champ, 84-85 All-Rookie, 9-time All-Defensive, Defensive Player of the Year, 6-time Final MVP, averaged 30.1 points per game for his career. I don't remember the exact dates because my brain is stupid now, but I think he went from, 1992 to 1998 without ever losing 3 games in a row. It just goes on and on and on. Despite all of those accolades and achievements, none of those reasons are why I think Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. I think Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time because I was fortunate enough to see Jordan play in person 3 times. I didn't just go to 3 basketball games. I went to many basketball games in my life. Most of them in the 80s and 90s. During what I consider the golden age of the NBA. And I never saw another player on his level. Maybe if I got to see Bill Russell or Wilt Chamberlain or Bob Cousy or Jerry West or a lot of those other guys, maybe I would have a different perspective. I'm not entirely sure that I would change my mind. There's nobody that has played the game, past or present, like Jordan. The eye test alone, if I were to use the eye test alone, he's still the greatest player of all time. I've never seen anybody that could do what he did. And there's a difference between seeing it on TV or on a YouTube clip and seeing it in person. They're night and day difference. It almost feels like even when it's not in slow motion on TV or on YouTube, when you see it live, it feels like TV and YouTube are in slow motion. The grace, the elegance, the finesse, the just absolute sound fundamentals of his game, of his footwork, his ability to handle the ball, whether it be dribbling, passing, shooting, it's all next level. His humbleness really drew me to him because there's no way that he doesn't think he's the greatest player of all time. I think he knows that beyond any shadow of doubt. But he also knows you don't ever say that. Out of respect for other players, out of respect for the game, out of respect for yourself, you don't ever utter those words, even if you know it deep down. You let other people say it for you. But first and foremost, above the eye test, above humility and grace, it's his grit. He inspired me to be better, to not give up, to take the beating and come back for more All of those things he inspired me to do. There's a reason why I own 22 pairs of Jordans. I can't even really wear them anymore. They're on display because I like looking at them. When I look at them, they give me a sense of strength, a sense of purpose. And maybe that sounds silly to some people, but it's true. I have a lot of basketball memorabilia. Most of it is Dennis Rodman, and second is Jordan. I am also privileged enough to have an autographed Michael Jordan jersey that hangs on my wall. I didn't buy it. I couldn't afford it. It was an extremely generous gift from my brother. And it's held in reverence. Even more so than my Rodman jersey. Because it symbolizes something. It symbolizes character. It symbolizes integrity. It symbolizes class. It symbolizes hard work and not giving up. And without getting into it too much, that's been my life. Constant struggle, constant adversity, constant hardship. Don't give up. So when people ask, why is Michael Jordan my GOAT? Absolutely. All of those accolades are a part of the equation. The eye test is part of the equation. His humbleness is part of the equation. His grit is part of the equation. But it's the summation of all of those things that make him the greatest ever. The fact that in this new media era, they constantly try to diminish and besmirch his legacy, and they can't. They keep fucking trying. The ludicrous shit that comes out of their mouths of, oh, he couldn't play defense, or he wasn't that great of a defender, and he couldn't go left, and he couldn't shoot threes, and all of the other outlandish things that come out of their mouth to try to belittle his career and destroy his legacy. First of all, most of that falls on deaf ears. True NBA fans just laugh and know that the individuals speaking this nonsense are buffoons and are either one of two things: incredibly uneducated about the game and its history, or getting paid and have sold their souls like sycophants for a paycheck. Either way, abhorrent behavior. I'm not for sale. And I think it's easy to say that. I think everybody likes to think that they're not for sale. Time and time again in my life, I have been given opportunities to potentially make more money or have opportunities. But if that position or proposition compromises my character or my integrity, I can't do it. And I feel that Jordan is the same way. I'm curious to see what him coming back to the NBA as a special coordinator means, or what that will entail, how often he'll be back, and what the purpose of him coming back is. He's a billionaire. He doesn't need the money. So there has to be a reason. And I think the reason is, in my personal opinion, the NBA is dying. People don't watch as much. Nobody cares. And despite the fact that he hasn't played a game in 23 years, almost 23 years, and he's still the biggest name in sports, everybody still talks about him because he is basketball. The Jumpman logo, still the most popular emblem or logo in sports by a mile. Other NBA greats wear Jordans, partially because they probably get them for free because they know Jordan, but also because it means something to wear Jordans. I'm a shoe guy. When I go out in public, I pay attention to the shoes that people wear. I see a lot of Jordans because it means something. It signifies something. And I think it's more than just style or a status symbol. I think it means all of the things that I've talked about. I find it hard to grasp how anyone could see any player before Jordan or after Jordan and think, oh no, they've absolutely surpassed Jordan. I'd love to see your receipts for that. I don't think you have any, though. Certainly none that would hold merit to me. The continual moving of the goalposts to manufacture greatness, that's not greatness. If anything, to solidify my own greatness, I would have to move the goalpost in the opposite direction. Not move it closer to me to make it easier, move it further away to make it more difficult. You can't be a benchmark for others to live up to if you failed to live up to the benchmark set before you. It's that simple. Love it or hate it, that's what it is. Anyway, if you made it to the end of the video, I certainly appreciate it. If you have not done so, please like and subscribe. And as always, I want to give a shout out to the content creators that continue to inspire me with this channel. Uncommon Sense, Angry Old Hoops, Self-Researched NBA Facts, 93Zay, Sports and Fitness Rants, Uncut Hoops, Scap Attack, In Your Face Hoops, Eddie TV, King Speech Row, Goatcast Hoops. I always appreciate your guys' takes, your perspectives, and your humor. And I'll catch you in the next one.